Iris, you have begun a ritual, a spiritist ritual. Please describe what you want to accomplish with your ritual.
So with this ritual, I'm looking to my friends to empower me in order to be able to produce a better effect. The hope out of all of this is to share my memories from a certain point up into a certain point, because we have a few things we don't want to share, right? So with that, I would like to try and visualize and share the memory of the red all around me, the inability to breathe, and then awakening and seeing the red crystal in front of me, the window in front of me, seeing my friends encapsulated in crystal and trying to break them out of it, have the crystal shatter, and I want the memories to replay up until the point where, after Moon saves us and everything from the gigantic monster that attacked, when Enders, myself, and Rue arrive at the door of the airship. That is the goal.
Okay. Now, you said you set up pillows and things around for the different spots. Just to be clear, Iris has asked everyone to sort of participate. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm not quite sure how I'm going to help. I hesitantly sit down on the cushion. I'm uncertain.
Okay.
I've been a part of rituals before like this, so I'm sitting there on my pillow, posture upright, just waiting for instruction.
I was sat down and told that everything was gonna be okay and all this stuff, but right before we start, I stand up and I say, I refuse. I don't want to do it. I look at the Superdomo, I say, pardon me, and then I walk out the room.
Well, you're causing it to be very... All right. Well, that is a huge detriment to the ritual.
What happened with Enders?
I don't know. But
Okay.
it seems he's had a problem with me since we've arrived here for some reason. But I suppose we'll deal with that later.
Okay.
What is it that you want me to do?
All I would have asked you to do, and if Enders had waited, he would know he wouldn't have to do anything, is link hands. All three of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I hold my hands out and I grab a part of Bo that seems to be a hand.
I don't have a hand.
Wow, it's like he's in the room with
It's
us.
like he's here. Wow. That I link hands with Rue. That's it?
I slap one hand onto Bo.
Hey. Might I ask who is behind me?
Are you asking, like, so just to be clear, where did you set up the pillows?
They're in a row of 2 and 2 behind me because it was supposed to be all 4 companions. And the way that I envision it is that they'll link hands sort of in like a snake. And the last person, one of you has to place a hand upon me.
I would be sitting down next to Moon.
Okay.
I assume that Bo would just kind of be, if you did 2 and 2, I assume Bo would just be behind, probably, Moon.
Sure.
So just place a hand upon me.
Okay.
Again, I don't have any hands.
You have like 3 to 4 hands if you wanted to.
That's not correct. If I did, then I'd be using them.
I shake my head. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Now, I must ask for those of you on the opposite side as well to take a seat and do the same.
The 2 spiritists and the major domo, Thamir al-Khalid, do this as well. Please describe the area and creatures you want to affect.
Yes, so I have, again, from last session, I have set up the chamber. There are candles, there's the pillows. It's very well lit, but in a soft and warm kind of way. The crystal from my staff is hovering overhead, and the rest of the staff has separated all along the floor to separate my side with my companions from the Major Domo and his companions. Now, the point of this is for everyone else to empower the ritual. However, the effect that I would like is only on the Major Domo. I do not need to share these memories with anyone but him.
Okay. So your area is going to be an individual. And I'm going to say that this is going to require a... This will be a medium potency.
All right.
This will require 30 mind points.
Spent. And it will be a difficulty of 10. So I'll begin the group check of insight and willpower with a difficulty of 10.
Let me plop your character tokens down because you might need those for this. Plop them off to the sides. Okay.
As this is ramping up, I squeeze Moon's hand. I don't really know what this is gonna feel like, but you seem to know what you're doing.
Well, these usually don't hurt. Maybe it's just a little awkward at first, but we'll get through it no matter what. And I trust Iris.
Yeah.
I squeeze back.
I would like to use a Fabula point in order to invoke my trait to reroll. I will
What
be
are you-
using the priestess trait to
Okay.
reroll both dice.
Sure.
For a 17 success.
Okay.
Now, as the ritual begins, we're all linked in hands, one pressed upon me. I look to the Major Domo, and then I look up at the crystal with my blood smeared on it. An offering of the body to empower the ritual. And as I say this, I put a hand to my chest, and it begins to glow a dull white light laced with a very light lilac color. And out from it, I pull very gently a mote that matches that color. And as I pull this, you'll notice motes start coming from everyone in the room. What are the colors of your souls? Rue?
Color of my soul be bright orange. Like a overripe mandarin.
How warm and loving. Moon?
It's a very deep indigo that is so purple it's almost blue, so you can't quite tell, but very, very deep, deep, deep blue.
Very regal. And the motes begin to float upward.
Excuse me, my soul was skipped.
I wanted to let Meyer describe it, but if you want to, go for it.
Mine is a bright blue periwinkle.
Huh. And as he says, bright blue periwinkle, the souls, or the motes begin to float up into the crystal, except for the one that I hold in my palm. The crystal begins to glow brighter and brighter as each mote goes into it, until it makes the room so very bright. I take my hand and I extend it with the mote in it, an offering of the heart and soul to bridge the gap between us. I look down at the staff that's spread us apart, and I look to the Major Domo.
Major Domo has been staring into your eyes the whole time. Iris, what didn't you want to share?
I didn't want to share Ender's tossing the bodies, because I wanted to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been really fixated on.
Okay. You begin to do this ritual. What do you think it feels like for you?
Well, for the others it feels warm and comforting and relaxing, actually. There might be some anxiety, but I believe it is alleviated for them. For me, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this in person. Or well, in this body, I suppose. And I feel quite tired, because this is pulling from quite a lot of my power. But it is exhilarating. I feel powerful in this moment.
Iris. How does it go wrong?
With a 17? With the difficulty 10?
Yeah, unfortunately, as you begin to perform this ritual, you begin to impart some of the memories that you wanted to. But it also goes wrong. How does that happen?
Well, I have done the ritual perfectly, to a T. I know what I am doing in this instance, and I didn't do anything wrong.
The others that have been involved in this ritual, they're struggling. Bo and Moon specifically.
I think that perhaps it shows memories that they do not want to share. But to be clear, typically for group checks, it is only the leaders that matters.
Well, you have chosen to involve them in this, so their failures will count.
Okay.
Therefore, things begin to go awry. Moon, what memory did you not want to share?
You see a village on fire. Children screaming, crying, running around everywhere. There are clearly monsters in this village. Some of them are eating people. And Moon is just watching. In this memory. I'm there. You see me. Not caring. Struggling to find empathy for these NPCs. And it takes me a long time to finally go to this burning village with all of these monsters and screaming and crying people. And I almost look bored. And it's not very savior-like of me. And in this village, I kneel down, and again, this happened a while ago, so I struggle again to find empathy in this NPC that's coughing up blood and telling me how much their family means to them and telling me to save their children. And I've seen it before. I've seen it so many times that it just doesn't affect me as much as it once did, and so I say, it's going to be okay. And they die in my arms. And it's just so hard not to feel bored. And that's my memory. I look ashamed. That happened a long time ago. Forgive me, Major Domo. I wring my hands.
Major Domo stands up. Hand on his head. Emma Stone. You weren't lying. Savior? What? What did I see?
The truth.
That is not what I speak of. I saw something else. They died in your arms.
I can explain. But I can't explain. I'm not from here. I'm so sorry. And I step closer. Thamir. You know me. But you don't know me.
We know that heroes are from someplace else. We know little of how you arrive here. Did you arrive in Emberstone as well?
No. No. That's a mystery to me as well. I don't know how my friends arrived in Emberstone.
We were separated.
I've been here much longer than these heroes have. I don't know why, but they arrived 10 years later than I did. I'm sorry, Thamir. There's only so much I know as well.
Thamir looks at all of you. I need time to discuss this with the other spiritists.
I look at the other spiritists, and then I look at Thamir. I don't know what you could discuss.
I don't understand how anyone could be encased in Emberstone. It makes no sense.
I think it may have something to do with the travel between this world and the next. But otherwise, I don't understand it.
We must discuss this.
Of course. I stand. Iris, is there anything more you need from me?
No. I believe that's all.
You didn't see my browser history, did you?
Hopefully no one saw that. Majordomo, would you like us to be present for these conversations, or would you rather have them in private?
Looks at you like a bit wide-eyed, Moon. Excuse me, Savior. And he motions towards the other two spiritists, and they stand up and they begin to leave.
Are you okay, Moon?
I'm about as okay as I can be.
Did the ritual work?
It should have.
From your perspective, Iris, it felt like it did.
I think that he saw what I wanted him to see. That he saw something more? You don't have to talk about it. Unless you want to.
There's a certain image that I've been able to maintain for myself. And And if they no longer see me as a savior, I don't know what will happen. Because there have been many instances where I don't feel like a savior. In fact, I feel like the monster. And that's what he saw.
Well, who gives a fuck what they think? What do you want to feel?
I just want to feel like I'm making a difference. But what's the difference if nothing changes or gets better? And no one recognizes why it would change or get better. This place is designed to never get better. We will always be the savior. We'll always be saving. It's impossible. It's an impossible challenge. And in order to survive, I have to care what they think. Or they'll throw me in a brig. And I won't be able to lead this life. In this... And I stutter at this word. Prison. They can't know that I am a prisoner. Do you know how long I've been trying to leave? He won't ever understand it. He can't.
Well, I suppose now that we're here, you don't have to do it alone.
It's been the
Maybe that's
biggest
what
source of encouragement. Trust me.
Maybe you weren't meant to just try to look for it alone.
We will not let you be a prisoner to anyone. You deserve to be free.
Oh, Iris, thank you for trying this. And I lean in. I don't know if they'll believe us, no matter what truth we try to tell them. They have limited capacity for thought here. It can only go so far. You can't break the mind of someone here. They won't understand, and unless I talk to them about Regalia Con, they just won't know.
Me, it sounds like you've spent a long time trying to play by the rules, and maybe it's time to try to break them.
Break them?
Maybe they're not the ones you need to convince. Maybe you don't need to convince them. What's the point?
What do you mean?
You're stuck in their programming, right?
Programming? Yeah. I don't think I ever thought about it that way. I wanted to do the good thing, the right thing. And it's just always there. Because the wrong thing is always happening in this world. So what is the right thing to do? I just don't think I could look at a village again that's burning and stand there. Because I know how that feels to do the wrong thing. You lose yourself here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think I'm starting to get an idea.
Listen, all of you. Rue, Iris, Bo. And wherever Enders is, because he needs to hear this too. You can't forget who you are. Don't forget that. Because I think I have. In a slightly small capacity.
Remember the days when we just had to deal with video game addiction?
Maybe that's what it was like for you. I mean, there's a few things that I don't need to go back to.
Mimosas.
I could fucking kill a mimosa right now.
After all we drank the other night?
Yeah?
Oh.
I say we go find Enders. And talk about this and try to keep blending in.
Yeah. Blending in.
Okay, I stand. Shall we?
I will raise a hand up, and your motes will float back to you.
What are those, by the way?
Well, the short of it is a bit of your power borrowed. The long of it is a bit of your power borrowed and a manifestation of your soul, so to speak. A physical representation.
Weird. I didn't think mine would be that color.
Oh.
And it comes down right in front of my face. And I look into it like, wow.
Go on. Grab it.
But as it sort of goes back into my being, it just feels like, I feel better, actually. Weird.
Is Rue chasing? There's
I just-
around.
I begin to greedily try
Like
to
a little,
pull
like,
it out
laser
of the
pointer.
air. My tail gets extremely bushy as I'm trying to yank it out of the air and shove it back into myself. I look extremely uncomfortable. My tail swishes violently back and forth. Let's go find Enders.
Yeah.
Bo's just osmosis into. Yep.
And with that, the crystal flows down and my staff zips back up and becomes one piece.
Thank you for for holding that for us. I'm sorry that I failed.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for. I'm sorry that the ritual ended up making that happen to you.
It's part of me, and it is what it is. I haven't said that in a long time.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you're all ready.
Okay. You leave the room, the storeroom where the ritual was taking place. Enders, where have you gone?
I wandered off and just looking around and went to, I don't want to say a bar, just a place where they have drinks or whatever, casually, and I just grabbed one and took it to the balcony, I guess where everything went down for the party, and just kind of like leaned over and looked out into the scenery and the environment and had a slight smile on my face.
Enders, you look out into this new world. Drink in hand. What drink did you get?
I don't even know what it is. It's like bubbly, thick, and hot. I don't know. I just said, give me whatever you recommend, and they handed me this. I just shrugged my shoulders and I laughed, chuckled to myself internally. No, thanks. I took a drink and it's a lot. You know, it has like a smooth texture going down, and then it kind of hits you with a sour bit at the end. And I was like, you know, could be worse, could be eating bladder. So I continue to drink it and enjoy it. I'm getting this sense of like feeling over myself looking out at this foreign landscape. And it gives me like a sense of belonging. Something that I didn't have, at least I think I didn't have before. Like a purpose, like a fire kindling inside of me that's telling me that I have something important to do here, but I'm trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what here even is. I don't mind the lines blurred. Just living in the moment.
People have definitely been giving you like odd looks, you know, here and there. There's probably some chatter. Did you go to the same area that that you all ate in? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the only place I know where there'd be stuff.
Sure. So as you are out here, just kind of taking it all in. I mean, the scenery's stunning. I mean, these are, you know, do you remember anything that looks like this?
No.
Essentially a fortress on top of a mountain range.
I don't know. This is something that you would dream of.
Airships, silver and gold flying around.
The idea of me being able to invoke weaponry, cast magics. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, when I see myself as something cool or beyond the scope of what everybody else sees, this is what I want to look at. So what I want to see is what I want to feel. I can sit out here by myself without a crowd behind me, without... I mean, they may be talking about me, but it's not They're not bothering me. I don't feel like I'm trapped. I feel free. I don't want that feeling to end. A sense of wonderment and a sense of asking myself, what is that? For the first time, tasting something that doesn't look good and may taste good, and something that looks good may not taste good. That's excitement to me. For once, I don't feel like I have a path in front of me that every time I take a step, one magically supports my feet. I'm excited to see what this world has. I'm excited to see how strong I can become. I'm excited to see what tales that can be told and what maybe new memories that can be formed. So I'm going to take it in. I'm diving in full body. I don't want to remember. I don't want to leave. I don't want to know my old self. This is who I want to know. I want to learn. I see Moon and I see a goddess. Shining, regal, giving hope to others. But deep down inside, I know she feels an overwhelming responsibility that I don't want her to have to burden her alone anymore. She said she wanted a way out. I want a way in. Right now, if one's to say, hey, you can go back to whatever you were in the past, I refuse. I don't want to remember. Cheers to you, whatever put us here. Ember stones, forces of magic. It's up to me. Whoever I was died a long time ago.
I think I smell him. I think he's over here.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
Wait,
Oh, Anders.
hey.
Oh. Hi. How
What
are
do you have
all?
there?
Oh, you want to taste it? I didn't describe what it was, but it's bubbly,
I yank it out of your hand and start chugging it.
hot, by the way. Didn't get to tell you that part, but it's good. Gives a little sour bitter taste at the end, but it's smooth going down. Refreshing on a cold day. Throw on you.
I plopped down next to him.
So,
So,
how did the ritual go?
It succeeded. It did what it needed to.
Very good. That's good news. Very happy for you all, especially you, Iris. I know it's important to get the information out. Sorry I left. Just wasn't comfortable. Didn't want it. Didn't want to remember. Didn't want to go through that.
why not?
Remember what?
I don't want to know who I was.
It had nothing to do with that.
Didn't want
you
it to
could have
even
asked.
begin to. I don't know rituals. I don't know what it can entail.
You could have asked. But instead, you
So-
decided not to support me.
Eris, it's not about you. It's about me. I don't know what it could have entailed. I didn't even want to have the chance for it to even bring up anything. Rituals can go wrong, as we were told. So I just didn't want it to bring about any kind of memories. I don't want to remember who I was. I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to be whoever I am turning out to be. That's all I want. I don't want to leave, guys. I don't want to. And I grab Moon's hand. I know this has been so hard on you, but I want to share that burden with you. And if you want to leave, I support you very much. But I don't know who I was back then. And you know what's funny? I think I did when I got here. But the more and more I looked into this world, the more I forgot and I accepted it. I don't want to be whoever I was. Who was I? Do you remember?
Anders, we've only been here for 2 days tops at this point.
Has it?
How are you forgetting all of that? That is incredibly concerning.
I don't care. I don't want to return. I don't want to be whoever I was. Apparently, I wasn't that great of a person if I don't feel that way. Right?
You are wonderful.
Something deep down inside me tells me that whatever was back then, it was just good to the visible eye. But internally, I felt like I was in a prison, trapped. Everyone else looked at me as, yeah, I remember a little bit now. Everyone else looked at me as some kind of, I don't know what it was. Almost I don't want to say a god, but I was something to a bunch of people. I could see it. They all staring, taking pictures, and there was responsibilities that I didn't want, and I just did it because I felt like it was what I needed to do. It was what I was supposed to do. I don't want that. I only felt normal when I met you, Moon.
Anders, what you're describing is exactly what you'll be doing here.
Oh, it's different. I want this.
But it's never going to change.
My life wasn't changing. At least it doesn't feel like it was back then. This is different. We can course it. We have to accept it. Well, I will. I don't want to force it on anyone else. But Moon, I think I understand where you're coming from, because you were doing it alone. But we're here now. The burden is no longer just yours. Have you thought about giving it a chance once you have support that you can trust?
I don't know if it's about the support.
Understood.
Moon.
It's you only can do so much here.
Moon. Your memories. You still have some of your previous life, right?
Yes.
Of you.
I remember my cat. And I remember my name, of course, and Regalia Khan. But I've had to cling on to these memories. Otherwise, some of them do fade, but you have to understand that this was also 10 years ago for me, so everything that I have been able to remember, some of it I have to write down. I go back to my home, and there's small mementos everywhere of my previous life, and some of it I wonder why I even hold on to it, because it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's like looking at another language.
When did you feel like you started to forget anything? Was it right away? Was it after a while?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? When does anyone realize that they're starting to forget? How do you remember things that are gone? How do you stay aligned to what you want? And I know all I wanted was to get home. All I needed to do was get home and find another way back through that portal. And it was just about survival. So, Enders, to hear that you want to stay after 2 days when I've been fighting to leave after 10 years. There hasn't been any exit. There hasn't been any way out. I've had to I've had to finish these quests. I've had to help so many people in danger. I've had to save animals out of trees. I've had to stab monsters visiting people in the middle of the night. It never ends. It never ends. You don't retire here. You don't suddenly find yourself in a state of exhaustion. I'm the same. I haven't changed. I look at my face and there's no difference. And that feels wrong.
I'll fall over Moon and hug her tightly and whisper in her ear, "Then let me take it all from you." And if it's
I
too
whisper
much,
back, I don't think it's that easy.
we'll find a way out for you. If that's what you want, I'll do everything in my power. And I'll pull back. We'll do everything in our power if you want to leave. We'll find a way out. I've been thinking long and hard, been eavesdropping on conversations. I think we all know the answer to that, but we can't say it here. But Moon, I sympathize with you, and I'm sorry you feel that way. And but as of today, I'm taking it day by day. I want this. I don't want to go back. I don't want to be whoever I was before. And I don't want to remember. And if that's a disappointment to you, I'm very sorry. 'Cause I
What
know-
happens if they pull the plug on the server then? Let's say you stay. What happens then?
If I'm concerned, and I'll turn to Iris, I'm already dead. So, I want to live every hour, every breath, like it's my last. And for me, this world, it's how I want to live it. You don't even know if this is a server. Moon, do you have the answers?
I thought I was dead. So I don't have any answers for you. Not after the first day. Not after 10 years.
So let's get some answers.
If this is a server, that means there needs to be an admin.
And if there's an admin, they have been listening.
Wow. I hope we can find some answers together. I say this knowing how fruitless my own search has been. But I also say this with hope because you're all here now. This is the first thing that's changed for me in a very long time.
You're damn right.
Enders, if you truly feel like you belong here, I can't stop you. I think for everyone else, we should continue the search. It's a renewed encouragement for me, knowing that you somehow made it through a portal and you were covered in Emberstone. You don't understand. I can't change your decision. I can't, and I won't try to, but I really hope that you can see what it's like here after a week, after a month, after a year. I hope you never remember the comforts of what it used to be, and that you take comfort in repetition and the same script and the same problems and the same people.
Moon,
Over and over and over and over.
I don't think we're going to change his mind right now. What I'm mostly concerned with, I don't even care about the ritual. It's just how rapidly things have been forgotten. It's almost as if because he has decided he doesn't care about that life, that it has made it so he has forgotten quicker. That is quite concerning. And it is not about whether or not you wish to stay, Anders. I will not try to sway you either way. But you can't deny that memory loss like that at such a rapid rate when Moon has been able to hold on to her memories for 10 years is at the very least interesting.
Moon wanted to remember. Moon wants to remember. Moon keeps notes to remember. I don't care to remember. I don't want to.
Okay, but it has only been 2 days, Ender. That's the only thing I am saying. It's concerning, that's all.
I understand if it's concerning to you. I'm thankful for it. Sorry if it's not what you want to hear. But deep down inside, I really feel like I did not want to be in that world that we came from. It was over and over again. It felt repetitive. Every word you're describing is the gut feeling I'm having right now. But when I look out here, it's different.
It is
And
beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful here.
I might feel like you feel, but I accept that, at least for now. 10 years is a long time from now, for me. And I hurt for you, because you did this alone. I got a plan. Did lots of thinking. I went off by myself a lot of the time so I can think, listen in on the locals, read the not the administrators, but those that are in power. Watch how they walk, watch how they talk. There's something interesting about all of this. I'm not ready to share it, but I'm still putting it together. So all I ask is for you all to just, I don't know, allow me to feel this way.
We are not going to abandon you, Anders. You're allowed to feel how you'd like.
Good. So why all the long faces? Ritual went successful?
I think they
Lou,
might
why
have
are
seen
you
my
sad?
browser history.
Oh. What? I could do that.
Iris hasn't confirmed yet.
I will never confirm nor deny whether I saw your browser history.
Well,
Literally never.
That's interesting. Well, I'm concerned, Moon. Your eyes are telling me something completely different. Small.
If you forget who you were, you will not know how dangerous this place is, and you will die. That's what happened to everyone from Regalia Khan. I am very sad to lose you, Enders. Very sad to watch that happen. But if you truly feel, as you do now, and you don't want any of that, what can I do? Accept that.
You won't
But you
lose
are
me.
going to lead yourself to your death.
I tell you what. I'll make a promise. I promise you that I will do everything in my power not to die.
I think you're capable. More than capable. But sometimes it was the only thing that I had to depend on for my survival, was knowing that I was different. But if you say so, and I put my elbow up, you pinky promise me right now that you will live.
I'll live. And I'll wrap my pinky around hers tightly. I'll do more than live. I'll
I
make
believe
sure
you.
this is the best damn experience we ever have. Maybe, just maybe, we can change the rules. Yeah?
I just want my friend to survive.
You're damn right, I will.
I try opening my inventory to see if there's like a photo mode so I can take a picture of this moment.
No.
Damn it.
Now, I have plans. I'm going to start them first. If I see any inclination of it working, I'll info you in. But for right now, I'll just say this. If there truly is a higher up, and that higher up creates a world where you're a part of, essentially you've been created in, pulled into, you abide by those rules. If there's any openings, well, they were meant to be found.
I can appreciate your tenacity.
When did you stop playing the game, Moon? And I looked seriously in her eyes for the first time. No smiles. When did you truly stop playing the game?
I couldn't stop. Even if I wanted to.
You were successful every time?
Every time. Even when I wanted to walk away, something in me said, it's wrong. And I followed the rules because I was scared. I've been very scared of death here. In some instances, I thought I was already dead. The pain is frightening. I've been bitten, scratched, stabbed, poisoned, thwacked over the head multiple times. From people you would consider allies. From failure. But every failure has been a lesson. Just finding a door, just finding an exit.
So what now?
Well, I motion to the bartender. Take one of these.
Have you ever
Whatever
asked
he's
for a
having.
reset? Moon, as she's ordering a drink. Have you ever asked for a reset?
A reset?
Yeah. Every, to my remembrance, game has an option to reset, respec, or restart. We're here now. Maybe you can ask to be our level again. Maybe it'll make it fresh. New. I don't know. You could travel with us. We could share quests together. Yeah. Just thought. You were alone. No, you're not. Remember logging in for the first time. Slimes. Weird looking squirrel things, I don't know. And there was just this loud bolstering voice running around with a wooden shield. No sword. Nothing. Conflict ups out of nowhere. Just bash with a wooden shield, and I heard something like, I am Moon, I will protect you. It feels centuries ago. In the Enchanted Forest. That was you. That was you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We have to go to Clatter Point today.
Oh. Right. Responsibility.
Right. That's
Always
our
sneaks up on you in the end.
that's our quest at the moment. I never asked for a reset. Because I don't know why you would give up your sword in prison.
But you have a bow and a staff and really scary bladed roses. Some odd fucking wet thing that comes out of him.
Right.
It's surrounded by a membrane, thank you very much.
Surrounded by foreskin.
It's more like a gelatinous substance that's kind of sticky, is it not?
That's even worse. My point is...
Worse than foreskin? Are you joking?
I'm right here.
Okay, 5 skin. Whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, we are your weapons. And you're not in prison anymore. And if you are, it's hella roomy in here.
Moon. Like I mentioned previously, you are no one's prisoner, and we won't let that happen. Whatever it is that you choose, you are not beholden to the expectations that these people have of you. You're only beholden to what you wish. If you think that staying the level that you are and keeping your power is more beneficial to you and your sanity, your heart, then fine. But what Anders is saying is not necessarily a bad idea.
A respec. A
Be
respec.
anything you want. But most importantly, Moon, the one thing they can't change or take away from you is that what you mean to us.
We would die.
Huh?
We would die.
What do you mean we would die?
We would die.
If we respect?
This world is too dangerous to look at it as simply leveling up or respecking, or looking at it as we only need one more weapon. We only need one more spell. We only need one more this, one more that. I have had so many near misses in the beginning levels of this game. I don't think you understand. This is a jungle. It's a jungle. And we're just a small part of it. There might be an admin, of course. But you might as well try and talk to a god. Which, trust me, I've really tried. I've really tried that.
And that's my goal. I will become one of the best damn players, Arcstriders, whatever I am, to get the attention of a god. And that's a quest for you, Moon. You clearly haven't done it yet. No offense. You're gorgeous. Your goddess, like, don't get me wrong. But you mentioned that you were done with all your quests. There was nothing else to do. Well, here's one hell of a quest. One hell of a quest. And you're not alone. So whatever you decide, I'm just throwing options out there to make the journey easier. Well, I say easier as in a mental aspect, I guess. But Moon, coming from the world we came from, I'm pretty sure we could die at any moment's notice too. At least we know what's coming at us. If you see a big monster, you know to run. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But I'll repeat myself when I say you don't have to do it alone.
And if
That
all
raid?
else fails, you're in the presence of someone who got temporarily banned 5 times. I know how to get the attention of an admin.
Oh, shit. Oh, our lives went on the line that point there.
I'm just saying, it's an option.
It is an
That's what
option.
you
What
really
did you
need to
got banned
try.
for mostly? Was it shit talking?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A lot of asterisks in your messages, I recall in the guild chat.
I mean,
Iris said a bad word. I heard her.
What? Oh shit! So, at any rate, Moon, you do what it is that you are comfortable with. Alright? If you change your mind, then we can always try something, but we know that at least some of us wish to leave. So that is our overarching quest, regardless of whether you decide to stay or go, whoever does what, or if we get other quests along the way. A lot of us have people waiting back home. People who might need us.
Don't mean to be a thorn in anyone's side. But what if there's nothing? What if that world's gone? What if the ones waiting home for you, for us, aren't there? Something you gotta keep in the back of your mind.
I would give anything for the chance to find out. Anything.
And I will help you reach that goal as much as I can.
Okay.
And Enders, I am sorry for calling you a moron a couple of days ago. I was just very upset about wanting to make a good impression on the Queen. That is all.
It's okay. I think I made quite the impression on the queen.
Yes, of my starting area. I roll my eyes.
She
Could have
seemed
at least
interested.
pushed me to the front of the group and been like, hey. But you chose not to.
You are in the front.
No, I was in the
climbing up. You were-
back. I was in the back. And then
Bartender,
I
could
bowed,
we-
and you
could I
decided
get
to bow
another
even
drink over here,
further.
please?
Savior?
2 drinks.
Two drinks.
Savior? 2.
Oh, the fact that I'm still here means that she liked it. That's very respectful, by the way, Moon. I even did a brom.
That's all beside the point anyway. And I'll pat Anders on the shoulder.
That's a
Resupply
tasty drink.
and make our way then?
I want more of this.
Well, maybe just one more, because we have a, well, I checked my compass. We've got a little more time.
Yeah. What is this called, by the way? Sorry, I just took it from you earlier.
What is
You
this?
don't know what it is? That's scary.
What is this thing?
I told you it's bubbling, thick, hot, goes down smooth,
Oh,
has
it's
a
the
sour.
same. It's the same drink. Okay.
Yeah, that's what enough.
Yeah. Are you asking? Moon?
No, I'm asking the person that gave us a drink. This
Oh,
Moon's
okay.
asking for more drinks.
Sure.
so-
Yeah, they'll come back over. This is a Wind's Grace.
Wind's Grace. What's... And then I think for a second, never mind. I was going to ask what was in it, but I swallowed those words and just accepted the taste of it and looked at Moon and thought about Moon devouring bladders. Wind's Grace. That's a pleasant name.
So, and now I'm all business. At Clatter Point. This might sound a little silly, but we should all be on our best behavior.
Oh,
This is where it's important to make a good impression. And this will also be our first quest, really, as a clan. Again. Huh.
a maxed out person.
Well, I know I could probably just stay back and hang back a little if we're really gonna look for the XP there. But
No. Stand in front of me.
Yes.
But if
That
she
would be
stands
very
too
good.
close, we won't get any XP.
Doesn't it have to do with last hits on the party? It's been a while.
No way. If anyone is level 50 around us, we'll never get anything if it's like the game.
I
Oh.
really hope Moon asks for respect. She can be with us. It won't be the same. Who's gonna run in front of all those hits? Won't be me. Sorry. What was the
And
take
I'll
about-
die in like one, so I kind of need the shield.
Well, everyone
you can
can
test if you
support
really
me,
die,
and
right?
I can do it.
I wouldn't make a joke about me dying, Anders.
Just to lighten
Yeah.
the mood.
Yeah, it's okay. I stare off into space.
Well,
nobody's gonna die.
I'm not gonna
Not
die.
now.
I made a promise. I'm totally not dying.
Right,
Die shield.
right.
So,
I didn't
have a
even think
question.
about the loot. We wouldn't even get any loot.
oh,
Come with me anyway. Just so you can experience what it's like. And you won't have to do any crazy fighting. You could just see how to interact to get to the fighting and to get to the XP. Does that make sense?
There's also the quests, though.
Of course.
Completion grants it, right?
Of course, you don't have to be with the rest of us, the clan. We can split up. Our party doesn't need to necessarily all be together. And there are things out on the plains. I know that there are some giant cockroach-looking things out there. Those will provide some XP, or you could help out the local witches with their brews. I suppose there's a lot more to do just in terms of experience, so we don't necessarily have to go to paying right away or anything. We just take it day by day.
Yeah, I think that's how I live now. Day by day. It's a good idea. It's a good ring to it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get ready. I'm going to go to my airship, and I feel that's probably where we should all meet if we're going to undertake this quest today, if you'll come with me.
Can I go with you? Can I just walk
Yeah.
with you?
Oh, yes. I finished my drink. I place it down. Oh, strong today. I'm gonna go to the airship. I need to consort with Greg, of course. I don't want to leave him out of things. So, Enders, if you're going to stay here, Iris, are you going to stay here?
Well, I do not have anything that I need to gather. Do you think I should check in with the Maitre Domo before we leave? It has been some time. Or do you think perhaps we give him more time? You would be more well-versed.
I think we should
Time.
come back to that later.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go
will,
find out where the hell my bow is.
Okay. We meet at my airship?
That's a question for you, Moon. Where the hell would they keep our weapons? Don't have them. Unless they gave Iris her staff apparently, but I don't have my
They'll
bow.
probably have them. Either they took them to the barracks or they threw them away. Likely they took them to the barracks.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Which
I'll go
is
check on that.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Oh, all right. Okay, meet you there in what's the time called here? I don't even know anymore. Does it even work the same?
kind of. I've been going off of my compass.
Okay, let's say sunrise and that's false. So, so the sun is on the left side of
Yes.
that mountain top,
Yes.
and it gets down a little bit closer to the shoulder point. That's when I'll be there. Bow or not?
Okay.
All right,
Alrighty.
ready then.
Okay. Rue, come with me?
All right.
Okay, we'll see you at the
Let's hit
airship.
it.
It's at the docks. Remember.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
Rue, on the other hand. Never mind. Anyway,
Right.
be careful, Rue.
Which is why I'm going with Moon.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
Bye.
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 I slink out.
I think every time you look back at Bo, there's like another object floating inside. There
Is
was like
Bo staying at the bar?
there was like a candle or something on the table. It's floating like in Bo right now. Just why are you looking at me like that?
Why a candle?
Why not?
Aren't you afraid you're going to pop like we talked about?
I am now.
Give them back the candle.
I don't know how.
Can I try to reach in?
Excuse me.
That's all good.
I did not give my consent.
May I have consent to return the candle to them if at all possible?
No.
Okay.
I slowly slide off my stool and
Yeah.
um,
Are you coming with us?
To the quest, of course. That's where the XP and loot is.
Right. So
oh,
are
did
you
you
going...
mean the Major Domo?
No, to find Anders' bow and perhaps everyone else's weaponry?
All right.
Hmm.
My weaponry is me.
yeah, of course. Rue and I don't have our weapons, so I have to go find them. You're more than welcome to come, or you can. It's probably best you come.
That's a good idea. I'll
Yes,
join
it is.
you.
All right. And I will. She said barracks, so I'm gonna go around and ask where the barracks are.
Sure. Let's see. Give me a insight and willpower, please.
That's
Is it
fine.
possible for me to assist him?
Oh, sure.
Ask around and whatnot?
Sure. Make it a group check. Enders is leading
Oh,
the
look,
charge.
I have an inside willpower thing open right here. Oh, no, this is somebody else's. Okay. I don't think I can use that. All right, insight and willpower group check. Oop. Insight, willpower. Boom. I just assumed it was 10.
That'll be a +2 due to our bond, so you get that 1 point from me and then a 1 on top of it.
Okay. Is Bo participating or no?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know where the hell this is.
So,
It's a 7.
I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone's fairly like not directly hostile, but like there's there's like an obvious ambivalence about you asking, They don't really seem to be very helpful. They give you like conflicting directions, Like, yeah, it's over that way, and just kind of dismiss you.
Okay. I go to a god.
Mm-hmm.
A Skywatch god. The one that I have been kind of making friends with almost. We kind of conversated a good bit. We
Sounds
weren't
like you want to spend a Fabula point to make this guard be here.
Oh, I was just going to walk back to the room where he was. We conversated
Okay.
a lot.
You're gonna go all the way back. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why not? If I'm not going to wander anywhere that people are being mean.
Just trying to get you to spend some Fabula points. That's all.
I know you are. I'll do it if this conversation doesn't go well. So is the Sky Guard there? Or is
Remember,
he gone?
spending Fabula points get you XP.
Oh, I know. I have a plan. Boys do. So is he there or no?
Let's find out. No.
Oh. Is everyone just deciding to take a break at the same time?
I don't know, and everyone's been so unhelpful.
I have a way of getting everyone's attention, but you're not going to like it.
What?
Well, today I don't know, I was just kind of like humming a tune that I heard, snapping my fingers. Every time I snap my fingers, a spark happened. It's quite interesting. And I feel like I can do something very, very big. But I might get us thrown out, but at the same time, at least we get answers, right?
What do you mean by very big?
Well, there's a rule about casting magic here, right?
Yes, well, yes. They said the day of the ritual. I would assume it is always, though. Perhaps.
The ritual is not really an offensive magic, is it?
Well, oh, not the ritual. I meant the meeting that they had.
Hmm.
They didn't want anybody to have weapons or anything. But since they
Oh.
have not returned them...
I thought I could only enchant that I can cast.
Oh,
'Cause I think I haven't done it yet. But it'll be unplanned, and if I do it outside that area, maybe it'll startle someone to come. Maybe a guard will come, and then we can ask where the hell our weapons are.
or alternatively, we can use deduction and reasoning to see the places that we have been versus the places we have been directed.
When she says that, I look directly at her cleavage. Yes, I agree. I have a plan.
What, Enders? What is your plan?
Ooh, did she dance with that one night?
Oh fuck.
Kareem. Did you meet that person? I can't remember.
I didn't
He
meet
saw
them,
it, though.
but I saw
You
it.
saw it.
Yes.
Yeah, you saw that happening. Okay. Are you looking for them?
I'm going to.
All right. Make an insight.
And this is why I said I had a plan. Group check. Is it a group check or me?
So
Well, are you filling me in?
I looked at your cleavage and said I had a plan. So if you picked up on that,
I don't
then
think so. I think that's just
Okay.
you. I think
All right,
that's
cool
just
then.
you.
Then it's
If
just
you
me.
tell me what you want, I can make it happen.
Okay, well,
I don't know if you want to say that while he's looking at your cleavage.
I was trying to be coy, but I mean, if you want me to be direct, I'd be like, I think we have some assets of our own that we can make sure that the conversation is a little bit more friendly.
Like what?
Well, some of us may have used the slider a little too much, and in creation. And well, you're very well endowed, so I believe that we can get that gentleman that was so adamant about dancing with you the other night to give us some answers. Oh, come on.
I went below maximum, okay? Not by much, but I did go below maximum.
Jiggle physics work.
Oh, goodness. All right, so you would like for me to look for him?
All three of you.
All three.
Mm.
Well, if we're going by that logic, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, there you go. I didn't think we need to overpower the gin, but if it gets us more answers, then yes, let's do it. We have a little time left. So,
Okay.
help me find him. I've seen you guys at a distance. I think I know what he looks like, but you know directly what he looks like. Yeah?
Yes. So, with that being said, GM, would you like for me to lead the insight search?
That's what we call them now. Insights.
Yeah, I
My
don't care.
double
Either
insights.
of you can lead the check. I don't care.
There's 2 die, baby, and they're both gonna be crits.
Hmm.
And what is the difficulty of this group check?
Music.
A 13.
13. Okay.
It's fine. Okay.
I don't know if Enders can with his double 6 die.
Wait, they're a bond?
Yeah, well, the bond is if you choose to apply it afterwards, or in order to like succeed your thing, or if you succeed, you add it on top of your +1.
So do I not check the bond?
Yeah, no, you do not check it unless you're using
Okay.
a Fabula point. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Would you like to use a Fabula point?
I mean, will it help?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though, if the difficulty is 13, he's not going to be able to hit it with double.
Yeah, if you get if
Sixes.
you get double 6s, it's an auto success.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, he would have to crit then.
It's just not gonna happen. Okay, do I use it now or after? We can do it after
You-
the roll, right?
You could do it after.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
That was really good though.
It was close.
Okay.
Well, I can use a Fabula point. I didn't use one.
So you can use a Fabula point to re-roll this, but if you were to use the Fabula point to enhanced to use the bond, you would have only gotten a plus. You would have only gotten a +1 to the 10.
Oh, like
so it would have
11.
just been 11.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah. Never mind.
Okay.
Oof. Jeez
No
Louise.
dice, unfortunately. Kareem is not here.
Oh, we're gonna have to work someone else. Wait, is there any guards around? It'd be so crazy that there's no guards
guards.
around.
For sure.
Okay. All right. Well, pop those puppies up. There's one right over there. Remember? And I put my hands in the back of her back. You said to push you forward. Go on ahead. That's exactly what she asked about earlier.
I walk with a regal elven confidence, befitting my ancient bloodline.
Okay. Very well. You approach the guard. Hold on. Let me set what the dice means in my head before I roll.
Fabula point to make one who actually likes my type of woman.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see what Wax says, and then I was going to spin the Fabula point.
Yes, there is a very tall woman, probably about 6'5", that is guarding like the entryway to this area.
Well then, I will spin the Fabula point to make that woman have no specific preference, and she is very, very, very much into elves. She was so bashful when she saw the queen. Everyone was. When I said the queen radiated, I meant the fact that all the guards turned their heads and they weren't paying attention at all during the party. They were just all on her air about her. And maybe it was from where she was from. Maybe it was her attitude. Maybe it was how she handled Centaurus elves. Who knows? But whatever happened, she changed the mood. And in my head, I'm like, well, Iris loves saying where she's from constantly. So maybe this will change. That'll be my Fabula point. How do I spend and how do I give?
Sure. So you just minus it from your sheet.
Yep.
Absolutely.
There it goes.
So I think we see the guard eyeing you, Iris, as you approach. She has like, I think, silver hair, sort of tied up like into a high ponytail, and she's brown skinned, and has blue eyes.
I turn to Enders. Did they make everyone hot? Hello. My name is Iris, and this is my companion.
She's looking down at you.
Enders. My companion Enders. And we saw you from afar and just wanted to let you know that you are ethereal.
What?
You
No,
are beautiful. And with that being said, we did have a question. And I push the puppies up a little bit. I look back at Enders like
I'm just like,
we are looking for what are we looking for, Enders? It's
boobs. I mean the weapons.
We are looking for boobs.
No, we are looking for where the guards keep the weaponry of visitors to the city, as we are intending to leave and go on a quest to assist Savior Moon.
Please make an insight and willpower check.
And
The
is this,
difficulty is 8.
okay. And is this a group check or a solo check?
Up to you.
I might get a group check.
Okay, I guess I'll flex my bulge. See if this works.
Bo shall contribute for this one as well.
Woo!
He turns into it.
Well, he specifically yelled boobs.
Yeah.
His
That's like a
contribution.
-1.
Yep.
Of course I would
Okay.
see this.
Okay. So that's going to be, it's going to add 2 automatically, and then the bond with Enders, it's going to be a 3rd point added. So this is a +3 to mine. but the mod will show their successes, I think. So that is an 18.
Is that a crit?
No.
No.
So crits happen when you roll doubles and you succeed.
Right.
So if you roll 2 6s, it's an auto success. Yes, the guard is like looking down towards you and says, "You are looking for the barracks."
Yes,
Minetti.
I am looking for the barracks.
Yes, and you are the heroes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Guardsman Kareem mentioned something about you.
What did he say?
She leans in close and just like bends down just a little bit so she's looking in your eyes. That you were a very good dancer.
Perhaps we may dance one day. And I put a thumb behind my back and go like thumbs up, thumbs down, like.
I'm sweating vigilantly. I'm just sitting there, just like, yeah.
I want you to know, I don't believe that you deserted everyone.
What is your name?
Aphasia.
Asia. Beautiful, like your eyes.
Thank you.
I whispered to Bo, is she taking this out of my book? Like, what the?
Are you in Koga long?
Well, I must go on a very important quest with my companion, you know the Savior Moon. Since we have returned to Regalia, my companions and I, we're trying very hard in order to make sure that, well, we earn the people's trust. Dramatic hair flip.
Yeah.
Exposing my neck.
Yeah, like we see like there's like sparkles in her eyes when she sees you do the hair flip. You know, we can hear like wind chimes.
Wow.
And you catch like a little glance, like whoop, little whoop. Interesting. Well, if you have any time, perhaps we could have some drinks and go dancing.
Oh, that would be wonderful. But
Wonderful.
we really must be going at this point.
Oh,
Do you know where we might get our weapons back?
yes, the barracks. It's 1 floor up, and from the stairs, it's 5 doors down on the left.
Very good. And Aphasia, you live in Koga, yes? Where might I find you?
I am serving here at the Gilded Hall. I live here for now.
Very good.
But
All right.
if you're interested in seeing me again, I live in Rise with my family.
I
Oh, you live in Rise. Excellent. Well, I look forward to when we meet again. Thank you so much for your help.
Hey, Bo, I think we all live in Rise, eh?
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do.
Gentlemen, we have important important hero business to attend to.
You sure we can't stay a little bit longer? Do we have to leave now? I mean, she said you have time.
No, the Savior is waiting for her companions.
Mm-hmm.
Us, we are the companions.
Right, all right, this way, right? Up the stairs, down 14 flights. To our left, right?
Down
floor
the
up.
stairs.
And
Uh-huh.
5 on the left.
115. Excellent.
Okay.
Well, and I do that cute thing that girls do where they tuck their hair behind their ear. Well, except my hair shows. It has been a pleasure to get to know you. Aphasia, I hope to get to know you more soon.
She reaches out a hand.
I give her my hand like the delicate princess I am.
Yeah. And she looks at you and kisses you on the hand, staring at your eyes the whole time.
How good.
Up the stairs, 5 doors to the left. I could go get those if you want to stay here. I can.
We can all go. It is fine. We have important business to do.
Mm-hmm. I walk off.
And I'll
go in the
follow.
direction of the stairs.
Bo like hops up. I'm Bo. Interesting.
Be surprised what all gelatinous things can do.
He is quite noble.
Goodbye.
I don't say shit the whole time. I walk straight to the room, quiet and bashful, and just constantly wiping my hair on my face.
Are you okay? That was so stressful. I'm not that type of person.
Are you sure about that?
No, I just
Are you
read a lot of
absolutely sure you're not
books.
that type of person?
I read a lot of books.
There was a line, certain thing you have to hit to make sure that person complied. You went way above. You were like
So it
level
worked?
50 in that instance. Very good job, by the way.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think you succeeded on more than one accords. And then
Everybody
I just
keeps
kind of
giving
turn
me their
away slowly
name.
and then walk away. There's a door. You can stay out here. I'll go get them. Don't need you enchanting the person to hand me over the weapons.
All right.
Okay. I'll walk in and try to get our weapons.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rue and Moon, you've headed to the airship. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can see that it looks like you're there's still like people milling about up there. There's the airship dock is full. 6 ships all currently being loaded as you approach. Yours is on the end, all the way on the end. To the right as you come up the stairs. There's what appears to be you can see, I think, probably somebody that you recognize, Moon. One of the leaders for the peace talks is still here. The representative from Brabacina. Sorry, let's do this.
Whoa! Hey! Mm-hmm.
You can see she has a mechanical arm, and a little mechanical what looks sort of like a crow on her shoulder. There's several you can see several guards are sort of like, standing around, keeping her, safe and whatnot. So as you approach, you can see a few of the guards like take note and nod their heads towards you.
Hello. Hi.
Who's that?
Savior. Excuse us for the extra security, Savior. The representative of Brabacina is still here.
Of course. Entirely necessary and no worries at all. And do I make eye contact with the representative?
No, you do not. She's doing some like paperwork. You can see that she's got some kind of like clipboard and manifest, and she's kind of scribbling some notes down and whatnot. There's several crates that are being loaded onto this airship, which is mostly clad in blues and whatnot. You can see it's quite clearly been like recycled / upscaled. It's got different parts of different kinds of airships. Like a lot of the airships that you've seen thus far are homogenous. You know, they're quite obviously, you know, constructed at the same shipyard. You know, like they have a theme to them. This one is hodgepodge. It's clearly got pieces from different airships. It's like if somebody pulled up, you know, in a car and like every panel of the car was like different, like a different model as well as a different color. But it's been like repainted and like it looks nice. It's been like upscaled. And this is the ship immediately to the left of your ship.
Okay. Is she currently working on this ship?
It looks like she's dealing with the Kogan bureaucracy right now. You can see there's a frustrated look on her face as she's signing paperwork, and it's like a thick stack of paperwork in this friggin' clipboard. You know the process well.
Rue, wait right here. And
my tail flicks anxiously back and forth. You sure? Maybe I can go with you.
Well, if you want to. And I lean in. I know this process, and I think she might need some help.
I can help.
So,
I'll follow your lead.
okay,
How about that?
come with me. And I walk over to the representative.
Okay. This is... Fleet Admiral Tidesworn.
Admiral.
She looks up, looking around.
The Savior. Ah, yes. Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to thank you for your involvement in the peace talks.
Of course,
I understand that you are looking to save as much as we possibly can. Am I correct?
It is the policy of Brabacina that we use what is available to us, and that we do not try to ruin any more of this world. You know this well, Savior.
And I agree. And I turn to the person that she's talking to. What seems to be the problem?
Apologies, Savior. The Fleet Admiral is simply required to fill out several forms in regards to the shipments they have picked up from the Gilded Hall today.
I understand this, but surely this is a process that should have been done hours ago. The rest of the representatives are well on their way back to where they need to be. Why are we holding up Brabacina?
It's standard, really.
Would you like to use any special abilities or any sort of thing that you might have here?
Sure. I would like to speak plainly to the person that is handing out these forms here, because if I do know this process well, I know that this should have been ended a while ago, and I feel like they're just holding up this one representative because she just so happens to have an opinion on the Emberstone that isn't supported everywhere.
Okay. You can.
So,
you have a few.
yeah.
You have a few different abilities that you might be able to use.
Sure.
What would you like to use?
Persuasive, I think, is what I'll go with.
Okay. So this is when a clock needs to be filled. So we'll say let's add a clock here.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a clock. This is a 4-segment clock, and this is in regards to the just the bureaucracy here of this shipyard. So we're gonna have you make a check to start things off. You can roll a check. This will be insight and willpower.
Okay. Insight and willpower.
I'll help by not doing anything to make things worse.
Okay. One segment of the clock has been filled. If you would like to use persuasive, if your approach relied on charm, diplomacy, deception, or intimidation, you can spend up to your skill level times 20 mind points. If you do, fill or erase an additional section of that clock for every 20 mind points you spend this way. So, you've got 3 sections left of this clock. If you'd like to fill 2 sections of the clock, you can spend 40 mind points.
Ooh.
And then 3 will be filled instead of 1.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. You said 40?
Yep. So you can just click. If you click on persuasive on your skill on your character sheet,
Yeah.
if you click on it, it'll expand the text there. And
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's correct. And then just hit the description, and in the description there, it should have your. If you can just push the down arrow, 40 MP.
40 MP. Got it.
There you
Okay.
go.
Right, I think I did. I'll
Alrighty.
just minus that from my... There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's still 1 segment left.
I appreciate that, Savior, but it is important, as you understand, all of the manifest of all of the goods needs to be properly filled out. The representative from Brabacina is required to authorize their crew in regards to checking each of the crates that have been provided.
Of course. Is there any way we could speed this process along?
Well, if you would like to assist in cataloging each of the crates that have been loaded onto the ship.
I can count.
Very well.
You can see Fleet Admiral Tidesworn looks at you and says,
Savior, I'm sure that you have other things that you need to do. You don't have to assist me with this.
I look at her. Very well, Admiral. I just don't want them wasting your time, is all.
Go ahead and give me another insight and willpower. She says,
It's not a waste of my time, Savior. But I would say that when you are free, if you would like to come to Brabacina, we have something for you to look at when you have the time.
Of course. And I reach out to shake her hand.
she shakes, and this is the artificial hand that she has. It's a strong grip, but obviously she's moderating it. She's not trying to like crush your hand or anything.
She says, if you could make your way to Brinehold at some point, that would be wonderful.
Oh, yes, of course. Do you
She leans
still
in.
have the games there like you normally do?
The races?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, I will have to catch one.
My brother has won for the last 3 years.
That must be something special. I hope to catch a race while I'm there.
Excellent. Well,
She leans in towards you, and she says, she says,
I've found out some interesting things here today, Savior, and while the peace talks were going on. Watch your back.
Always. You as well.
There are those representatives. Now that the war is completed, that seek your head.
And I gulp. Understood.
It was so good to see you again, Savior.
Lovely to see you. Have a wonderful trip home, and don't keep her too long. I say this to the clerk, handing the paper.
Yes. Not too much more paperwork.
Of course, yes.
Were they going to assist you? No, they have other things to do. Leave
Yes,
them be, please.
we'll be seeing you. Take care. And I turn away. All right, Rue. Off this way.
I'm glad I didn't have to count. I'm really bad at that.
I'm glad we didn't have to count either, but we learned some pretty interesting information. And my cape sort of like sways as I pick up the pace towards the ship.
Yeah.
We're in danger, Rue.
Oh. We are?
I open the doors, but not before.
I imagine Moon making those noises when pushing the buttons.
It's important for the scene. Greg! Greg, I need you to chart us a course within the next, I'd say 20 minutes or so. I'm not sure how much more time Anders needs. No, I know, but you remember Clatter Point today. We'll get lunch on the way. He is grumpy today. Okay. Rue.
Yeah?
I'm serious when I say that we could die. I mean, we don't just get banned. I think we don't continue. I think it's good to at least pretend like these are people. You know, I worry. I'm worried about our group. I'm worried about Anders, and I'm picking at my gloves. I'm worried he's not gonna take it seriously, and then he'll die.
Yeah.
You know, I just.
Yeah. I can have a talk with him sometime soon. Maybe he just needs someone to give him some perspective, you know?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be that friend to say that I'm just worried.
Well, you know me. If I need to put on the HR pants, I can put on the HR pants.
HR.
Yeah.
What is HR?
Like a job?
Right. Of course. Yes, the HR pants. Yes. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go grab something from the kitchen. Would you like anything?
Sure. Yeah. Anything you've got.
All right, wonderful. And hey, you made it. Did you find your bow?
Boy, did we find it.
Boobs.
Boobs, indeed.
Right.
At least
Yeah.
Iris found them.
Yeah, we have to thank Iris for getting us our weapons. And I look at Rue and I wink and I say, here. And I think about tossing him like, there you go.
My shinies.
I look at Iris and I just say, When are
The
we
captain
leaving?
apparently spoke to me about his peers, or to his peers.
Oh,
And, there's a hot lady who wants to dance with me too.
That's a good way of putting
wow. That's amazing. I feel like everyone just are you a dancer? Do you dance a lot?
Did you see how horrible I was? The captain was leading me the entire time.
Well, I say you should go for it. But that's just me.
If you want a few pointers on how to dance, I mean,
Yes, I would love to learn from you. However, I know you spent much time at the fountain, shaking what you've got. Do you know any more formal dances?
yeah, I know a little bit of everything.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I would love to learn those. And maybe like one or two of the booty shaking ones.
I feel like we could probably do a little dancing on our way to Clatter Point. There's more than enough room here. I mean, I know I'm feeling a little bit from the drink earlier, but I could make us something a little stronger for the ride there. Take the edge off.
I'll take 2.
You'll take 2.
Oh yeah.
And I stand up. Greg! He's just here from behind the door. We're gonna need some strong stuff. And I open the doors to the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Enders, do you dance?
Yeah. I dance. Who doesn't dance?
Everyone dances.
Oh. Do you know the dances of Brahm?
I
Does Brahm do
strangely
dancing?
do know the dances of Brahm. Now that I think about it.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. That's what I know how from.
Speaking of,
Go! And you hear stuff clattering on this. I've got
tell you
drinks.
later.
Da-da-da.
Thank you.
Got a tray of drinks and I set them down.
Oh, boy.
Okay. This is a new one. Greg has been working on it. I haven't tried it myself, and I pick it up and it's oozing from the top, which looks like sap coming down the bottom.
Oh dear goodness. You said Greg's been working on it.
Yes.
Oh.
He's been practicing his mixology lately. Greg,
Is this some sort of syrup?
what's in this? Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Well, damn.
That's a long list.
It's a lot. It sounds.
It'll probably be good.
Okay, you know what?
Everyone
I
take
didn't
one.
need
Hand it
bladder.
over.
I'll just yes.
Do you have a
Alright.
straw?
Greg.
Oh, we don't need a straw.
start
Oh.
licking it.
I'm not sure it will go down a straw or up a straw.
Oh.
Ready? Bottoms up.
Yep. Okay. Wow.
Earthy.
I just look at Greg. You put a lot of yourself in this, didn't you, Greg? Mmm.
It seems like some flowers too.
He
I love it, Greg.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I don't need to speak Greg to find that and figure that out. It was a clear.
It's probably got some benefit.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Why does it make me tear up? You know?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's very fibrous, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can almost
Thanks,
chew it.
Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Chart us for Clatter Point.
So, Moon, is Greg's name just Greg Wood as one word, or is it?
Yes.
Is it Gregory Wood? Oh, so it is not a last name. I
Right,
see.
it's just all one Greg Wood. I don't think he has other titles. Also,
was wrong about
admittedly,
it being
I've
short
just
for
been
Gregory.
saying he. I really don't even know. I think he is a he. So, but he's my squire. I actually found him.
Oh.
When I was here, probably 2 to 3 years in, I want to say. We've known each other for a long time, but he was much, well, he looked dry. And so I thought, well, there's a plant that could use a friend. Ooh, this is strong.
And so you brought him to life.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
I want a Greg.
You want a
You
Greg?
could probably have
I
one.
love a Greg.
You all begin to feel the airship sort of moving a little bit. Greg rushes
Whoa.
past.
Are we taking off right now?
Does Greg run this whole thing? This whole thing?
Like he rushes past. Yeah, he's good at just knowing what it needs. I just trust him. Sure. He said it's gonna be just a little bit of a rocky start since they were working on it.
I don't
Does he
think
need
that's
any
what the
help?
translation was.
Oh,
He
and
said,
it's-
I would love to have more crew working the ship,
oh,
but Moon is constantly making me do it by myself.
Oh,
Can we
should
help?
Drink. We should drink. More Greg sap for me. That did not.
Every time that Greg runs past, I swipe at the air where he used to be.
Oh. Maybe we should get some more Gregs around here.
I guess we should. I had no idea that was the long-standing opinion.
Oh.
He never tells me these things.
He said he tells you all the time, and you constantly misinterpret.
How do we speak Greg?
That's a good question, apparently.
I should learn.
This is just so strong.
Yeah.
Whew.
So how did you
I kind of
find
feel the
Greg?
ship rumbling below us.
You just found him randomly.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he was part of a raid earlier, and he wasn't a part of the rewards, which was really weird. He was actually not even supposed to be there. He was there was a desert area, actually really close to Itesa. Oh God. Excuse me.
Interesting.
And he was just there, just shivering and looking cold. I'm like, I didn't even know plants could look cold. So, I did my best to save him. But I guess some things don't matter.
I put my hand on Moon's hand before she puts the drink to her lips again.
This is good.
It's very good. Maybe we should slow down. Let's talk about the important things. So, Rue, have you looked at your?
Let's not slow down. Let's speed up. Give us 2 more, Greg.
Oh. I was wondering, Rue, and forgive me, I was staring a lot, but I was trying to figure out how that tail is attached. Have you looked at it at all?
I hold my tail and I hug it. Don't worry about it.
Are you insinuating it might be a butt plug?
What?
Well, that is sort of how is it attached?
We don't have
No.
butt plugs here. I checked.
Oh,
You,
I put my hand back on Moon.
Moon?
I can't stay in character. My
I put a
professionalism.
consoling hand on Moon's shoulder. Look, anything could be a butt plug if you're brave enough.
Okay, drop the drinks. Greg, what's in it? First of all, second of all, no, we all have tailbones. You know that, right? It's just that her tail came out or never detached or something. I don't know how it works. She's all. Always liked cat girls. How's the ears attached? How do they feel? Are you ultra sensitive to sound?
I'm gonna get us some more drinks.
Okay, everything got
I'll be
awkward.
back.
I just rubbed Moon's back.
Oh, thank you.
Where? Just onward
Where are the
to today's. Oh,
I think they're natural, though. Just from glancing, her ears and her
boobs?
tail.
oh, her tail. Okay. You know,
Greg
it's been a
rushes
day.
past again.
Whoa.
You just see like sweat flying up.
Good job.
Dew.
Thanks for your hard work.
Greg,
All
do
right.
you need any help? And I try to stand, but I wobble and I sit back down.
Greg
I don't
stops,
think anybody should stand.
turns around and looks at you. One eye sort of, that peeks through the leaves. You can only see just like gets wide.
Oh, he
Same,
wants
Greg.
help.
Same.
Nod if yes, I don't understand you.
I think you need to sit down so he can continue to work because you're kind of distracting him with two smaller Gregs.
Oh. Perhaps when I am sober, Greg. I will help you run the ship. What?
Points at Moon.
Now I'm scared to say if I understand what Greg is saying to me.
I'm sure.
Yes.
it's
Like
nothing.
me to translate.
Yes.
Greg says it's about time someone asked if they could help.
Greg! How could you? I feel like I've asked multiple times and you tell me you just want to be left alone. Oh no, have I not been able to understand Greg this entire time?
Sometimes when people speak, I don't really understand what they mean. I just kind of interpret what they mean. Same way. It's not really.
Okay, listen, Greg. And I look at my drink. I don't think I know what's in this. I put it down.
Greg laughs and turns around and runs back to doing what he was doing.
Oh boy.
I run in. I found about 20 different things that you could use as butt plugs, and I put them down on the table.
Wait a minute. No. What is? Oh my goodness gracious. No, I just. Okay.
This one's a little squishy. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, this one. Well, this is like a pine cone.
Yeah, you might want to put something over that, but it'll work.
Sure. And I shake to my head to try and clear it. There are like little bubbles popping over my head like, hi, we have a quest.
No, please keep going. I'm invested now.
Oh,
We
and
need
we're
to-
drunk?
No, we need to finish the quest. And I try to stand up.
No. Oh no. No.
Oh, careful.
Oh.
We're currently going, and you can just. I slide the whatever the hell those are off the table. You just why don't you?
Few of them land on Bo and like
Oh no.
Oh,
Hey, give that
sorry,
back.
Bo.
I don't want to.
Oh God, I felt like sitting in something else.
Oh.
I think I'm good to Ralph.
Oh boy. Is there a bucket around? Anything?
There's
Just drink some more.
And I run over to the nearest barrel that's got like vegetables in it.
Oh.
And it comes out rainbow colored.
At least it was pretty.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know what was in that, but I think I'm allergic to it.
Probably love. Okay, not love if you're allergic to it.
Oh. I feel better, though. Whew. Whew, that needed to happen. Okay. Who's ready to go to Clatter Point?
How long until we arrive?
Oh, I would say... Well, it might be about a day's journey, which is probably why we could fit some dancing in if we wanted.
What were you going to say, Anders?
I'm just happy we're all here. Yep. Also, Moon, I want you to take over the guild. I was never wanting to be the leader.
Oh.
If honesty.
Honesty.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
too much for me.
Sure.
I always pushed you in the front anyway. Did you not ever realize it? Anytime speeches come up, I always pushed you in the front.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't want the attention.
I accept. And I have my shield at the ready. It's a little goofy.
Yeah.
I am Moon,
Yes.
leader
you're
of the
Moon.
guild.
Uh-huh. Yes. I'll support you anyway. That's how it should be. You are a leader, by the way. Always have been. Don't let anyone take that from you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you in so many instances. So, it may not be a new beginning for you, but it's a new beginning for us.
And I grab my drink that I was so desperately avoiding. To new beginnings.
Cheers,
To
everyone.
Guild Leader Moon!
Yeah.
Or should we call you
the
Guild
guild.
Master?
Ooh.
Do you like that one better?
Nah.
I'll take that.
Okay.
To the guild.
The guild, and I'll think about cheersing to Bo, but then again, he'll probably absorb my drink, so I'll pull back and just nod my head. Okay.
Ooh.
Well then, I'm waiting for Rue to show us some moves then. Oh.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good.
Wow. Oh, you're so good. I wish I had the dance emoji. I never got the one that you guys got. I missed out.
Oh, there.
Could
Maybe
we
there's
share
one
it with
available.
you?
I don't know. Maybe if you do it, I can do it too.
Oh. Well,
I dance for a very long time. Stella's tired. Stella can't keep dancing. And I'm very sweaty.
All right, let's get a dexterity and dexterity, I think.
What? I have
Easy.
to roll for this?
Of course.
Are you kidding me?
Easy.
Okay,
Ah,
fine.
wow. Nice one.
I'm re-rolling that shit. Hold on.
You're spending a Fabula point to invoke
Do it.
an identity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reckless. I jump up on the table.
Fair enough.
that's not even possible, is it?
It is, and you're stuck with the corresponding roll. So how does this not go so well, Rue?
I jump up on the table and I immediately.
Ooh. Maybe it's because she has a tail now and she's not used
Oh.
to it.
Oh, look at how it's bent.
Oh, ouch.
I thought you were a dancer.
I run over to her. Oh, that looks a little broken. Okay, I won't touch it. I'm not
Does that even
touching
hurt? Is this a tail? Looks like it hurts.
it. Iris?
I cast heal upon her.
Feels amazing, Rue.
Oh, okay. In that case.
Rue! We can't be making sounds like that after talking about butt plugs.
I will be in my quarters. Slink away.
That was odd.
It was very odd.
Yes, it was very strange.
Little
I'm a
strange.
slime.
Just coming.
Thank you, Bo.
Yes, you are.
We should be moving now. Hopefully.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
look
you're
out the
well
window.
underway. Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
we've
been
been
go.
moving the
You
whole
have no
time.
idea. Like time has been passing. Like
Oh, we're in the clouds already.
You've been
That's
going for
good.
hours already.
We've been going
Yeah.
for a while now, Moon.
And are we passing by the rift by any chance, or moving any closer?
I mean, you can see it like in the horizon. I mean, this thing is 200 miles wide. It is in the distance, but you can definitely see it as you're flying.
Hey,
for
we're
sure.
going to Platea?
No, you are going to Clatter Point.
Clatter Point, that's right.
Which is in Centaurus.
May I peek out and just observe the rift to see if I notice anything interesting about it? Anything in particular?
Sure. Double insight.
Huh. That's a 7.
I mean, it's gigantic and red-ish, sort of hazy red. I mean, you could probably see like red lightning. It would just come out as flashes, you know, sort of in the distance. But yeah, I mean, it just looks like a horrific storm, and the size of it would probably be the only thing that would throw you off, you know?
It is quite large, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's a big one.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the rift.
Oh, yes. Yeah, quite large.
It's
Big, scary.
it got larger. It hasn't always been that big.
Oh,
But yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry, I did not mean to kill the mood. I was just interested.
No,
in it.
it's okay. The prevailing theory among people that want to keep the Emberstone and reduce the usage of it, they think that using too much Emberstone is what caused Maelstrom to get bigger. And it's what's
Interesting.
causing the rift. And I think it's also what brought you guys here.
And you've been here for some time. You have never experienced or heard about people being encased in it before, right?
No. Never. Emberstone is precious. It's rarer, and that's why we have to really... The whole world has to work on reducing the use because it's just limited. But it's difficult because there are also kaiju that need to be held back. And if that doesn't happen, if Itessa can't keep their borders secure, if the towers aren't held, if things aren't properly working and they're not in place, I think we're facing the end times here.
So, what you're saying is that the Emberstones are a good thing.
Yes. But
Oh.
but too much of it and using it too much is too powerful. That's what Centaurus tried. And of course Elendrath, as you know, Iris is committed to preservation and harmony with nature, and Centaurus, I don't like to say that anyone is outright evil or has bad intentions, but they, along with Cryptia, have only been looking at it in a selfish way. Up until now, up until the peace talks. So the fact that the war is suddenly over, I don't think that they're happy about that.
Which will spark an internal war.
Yeah. We could be looking at, I don't know what. And then of course you have Millefax, who has never really been on anyone's side but their own. They've already gone through destruction and chaos, and why wouldn't you want more of that if that's all that you're used to? I'm sorry, I'm getting into the politics of everything, but it affects everyone here. It's so important. And then you guys just show up encased in it.
Yeah.
I would have asked, to keep the crystals, to save it. They're probably gone now.
They have to come from
Yeah,
somewhere.
the storm is scary. It's getting bigger, and no one really understands why.
Maybe the maelstrom is the source of the Emberstones. They have to come from somewhere. They can't just manifest out of thin air, so to speak.
Right.
Has to have a causality.
I wish I could have found the answer to that, but if I'm going to be completely honest with you, it's always been a goal of mine to just get close enough to find out. But it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. It will swallow whole armadas. Fleets have been sent at this thing to figure out what's going on, and they don't come back.
Well, then perhaps that is another quest for us. Maybe not to get close to it, but for all of us to work together to figure out what the rift truly is.
I think, Anders, what you were saying earlier about having weapons. It's not your bow. And Iris, it's not your staff. And Bo, it's not your you. It's not your weapons, it's your minds. Your minds will be the key to unlocking this. Because I've had to think like a player. I've had to think like a player for so long. I'm not a denizen of this world, and neither are you. We can think around this if we join forces as players and not as NPCs. Enders, I need you to hold on to that part of your brain for just a little longer. Onto the strategy where you can plan. And you can.
Yeah, for sure.
And I look out the window. Sorry, I'm worried we're gonna fly into another ship.
Another ship? Why would they be?
We have to be on our guard. And I say this and my feet shift, knowing that Tidesworn just told me that people are looking for my head. And I don't say that part out loud. But we have to be on our guard. It's good.
Your air about you may work on NPCs, if we're gonna call them that, but you don't have to put on that savior attire for us. You know that, yes? So
I'm
You're not
saying we could
alone?
be in danger.
Huh?
It's time for a travel roll. Moon, I think we're going to have you make the travel roll for this.
Ooh. Where is it?
Moon, I think you might have this as well. Yep. So, you recover skill level of inventory points after each travel roll, but we're going to make the travel roll first.
Yep.
And let's see. We need this is going to be a low threat level travel roll, so I need a D8 to be rolled, please, Moon.
Okay. Can I just can I do 1d8 or
Yeah,
no?
just /r space d8.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, anybody that has resourceful, which is Moon and I think Enders, you recover up to your skill level in inventory points. So your Moon, you're at full inventory points, but if Enders, if you were missing any inventory points, you recover up to your skill level's worth.
It should be 1 if I'm not mistaken, because I'm new. Yep.
Yeah, it's 1. You get 1.
Wink.
Okay. You hear a garbled sort of message come through what appears to be some kind of speaker.
And I look at Bo.
He says we're arriving at Clatter Point soon.
Okay, good. That's at least what I heard. Thanks, Greg. All right. This is where we will need our actual weapons, and I should probably go get Rue. Rue. Oh,
hey.
there you are. Gosh, I didn't even see you there. You're so quiet. Hi.
Hi.
We're gonna be arriving soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Ready? I know we didn't get our dance party in, but you'll still have to teach us the moves. Iris and Rue, I hope I can learn from both of you.
Of course.
In the distance,
I feel the ship rumbling.
you can see large, like, columns of smoke rising up. As you can see a sort of bustling port city down on the coast. Anybody that's looking out. Thick columns of smoke rising from all over the city. Looks a little bit like this.
Well, it looks the same. The weather here is just... coming from Koga, especially.
As
Okay.
Just taste it.
yeah, there's the smell for sure.
Start sneezing.
It's very industrious.
Yes, yes. They are nothing if not hardworking. I want to say that he said that we're going to be landing very shortly here and that there's an open port. I look out a window.
Does look like you are descending.
Okay. All right. Probably smooth landing here. I maintain my balance.
Oh, what should we expect while we're here?
Read my mind.
Well, they're direct. Directness. Probably the best approach.
Centaur. Yes?
Like the high technocrat, yes.
I mean, look at Iris. No?
Yes, they don't like to beat around the bush.
How do they feel about your type of, your bloodline and their bloodline don't...
Well, I look at Iris. well, we're just gonna say that you have some friends in Syntharis.
涙の色はエメラルドブル宝石みたいに